Sorry, I forgot it was the season when bears are particularly social. A she-bear claimed me as her own, and
Hello guys and welcome. So this is gonna be a bear barbarian monk build. If you're here for a different type of bear footage,
right now, I bed down alone, I'm afraid.
this is probably not the place to be. Here we make power builds. So let's go straight to the spreadsheet instead. So from level, I've broken down the build into 3 different stages because you're gonna be playing it slightly different at stages of the game. So there's an early game, a mid game, and a late game build in the spreadsheet. You're gonna be going Barbarian at level 1 in the early game. You can start out as a Barbarian. It's probably the strongest class to have in the early game, especially at level 3 once you can go Berserker and get your extra attack. You can start throwing goblins at each other. Then at level 4 you can get your ability score increase. At level 5 you get extra attack. Then you can get some monk levels until level 7. Those monk levels will give you the ability to start figuring out how the monk key works, to be able to do some stunning strike, some topple attacks to get advantage, but you can also use your rage. So it's gonna be an interesting experience, and it's very strong at this point of the game. Then at level 7 to 9 you want to get 1 level of Barbarian, but then you want to go monk to get your extra attack. So the earliest you can respec into this is at level 6 because you need to have your extra attack. Then at level 7 you're going to be getting the 6th level in monk, which is going to give you more key points. It's going to give you that extra bonus action which you can use to do your flurry of blows, and then you continue with getting back your Barbarian levels. But at this point you get to choose whether you want to go for Berserker so that you can throw stuff with your bonus action. Very useful with this build, especially if you want to go down the throw build, because this build can be a throw build. Or you can go for Bear Rage. The Bear Rage will give you resistance to everything apart from psychic damage, but there's so many potions of psychic resistance, you can make those easily, especially at the later act when you're actually going to be needing it a lot more. Yep, so you can go for Bear Rage, you can go for the Berserker throw ability. It's really up to you how you want to branch off. If you find you do have enough movement speed with this build that you don't really need to throw things, but if you want to, you can. Then for late game, you're going to be going 3 levels of Berserker or Bear, 3 levels of Rogue, and 6 levels of Monk. The 3 levels of Rogue Thief will give you an extra bonus action, which will be used to make an extra flurry of blows. The 6th level of Monk, well, you're going to be getting the key points to cast flurry of blows, and you're also going to be getting your wholeness of body feature. And the Barbarian levels will give you Rage, will give you a Reckless Attack, which is very useful to have Reckless Attack, as it gives you advantage to all of your attacks, and you're going to have your Rage. Alternatively, if you really want to, you can replace the 3 levels of Rogue with Fighter to get improved criticals, so that whenever you do a Reckless Attack, you have a much better chance to crit. However, that takes away from the fun of the build, in my opinion, and I do not like it. I like getting the Rogue, getting that sneak expertise, and having fun with it. Now, for starting stats, you want to be starting with 17 Strength, 14 Constitution, and 16 Wisdom. Dump the rest. You could drop your Wisdom to 14 to get your Dex up to 12 if you plan on wearing medium armor. That's alright, you can do that, but I prefer it this way. Now for Itemization, I like to wear the DM of Arcane Synergy. Whenever you inflict a condition on a creature, you can get to add your Wisdom on your attacks. So that's +3 damage boost. Then Cloak of Protection, always nice. You can wear a medium armor here. I prefer to wear the Bull Strength armor because it maxes out my strength. You can wear the Gloves of Dexterity, or you can wear gloves that give you bonus armor class. However, better equip a shield. It's not really worth getting +2 and not having a shield on. Other alternatives are the Gloves of Crushing, which give you damage with unarmed strikes. These are probably the ones I would go for, but there's also other ones that give you 1d4 fire damage, which are probably a little bit better if you crit. Now for items, internal items, I like to go for Surgeon Subjugation Amulet, and I like to combo that with a Killer Sweetheart. Then my final ring would be either a Callous Glow ring and attack illuminated creatures to do extra damage, or alternatively you can wear the ring of Flinging and do an additional 1d4 bonus damage when you throw items. It really depends on how you're actually going to be playing this. For bows, I like to wear the Darkfire short bow, as it gives you the ability to cast haste on yourself so you're not dependent on your party. I usually wear it on my other party members and cast haste from there. I don't want to be concentrating with my monk Barbarian. But since you're going to be a Barbarian level 1, you're going to be proficient in Constitution saving throws. So if you don't want to waste potions of haste, or you don't want to rely on other teammates, you can go ahead and wear that. Let's do our preparation round. So, Colossus is pretty cool. It gives you enlarged reduce for free. Soul coin. We're playing Karlach, so we can drink soul coins. Do that extra fire damage. Took a bonus action. And we cast haste on ourselves. And then we cast Wholeness of Body. So as you can see now, we have 2 actions and 3 bonus actions. If you go for the fighter, you're going to be losing 1 bonus action and getting an additional action if you action search. Now let's end our turn and start combat. Now, I don't like this girl because she's been holding me. So that was just 1 bonus action with all 57 damage. So let's use 1 action to attack her. Yep. Now, as you can tell, we're doing quite a bit of damage. Let me open up here so you guys can see what's going on. 1 HP. Come on, really? So we could just do another unarmed strike. You see that it says 0 to 5. It's because it takes into account our dexterity, but it's using strength. So it looks bad, but it's not that bad. It's actually very good. This is how much we're doing, 21 to 38. Okay. So let's try to stagger this boy. We cannot topple him. Always start with toppling. It gives you arcane synergy. But you see it's immune to prone, so we'll continue with staggering, and we have another bonus action, which we can do another. Yeah. So you see, when you lose your concentration, you lose your extra action. So it's always good to just bring a potion of haste if you don't wanna. But now we get to see the rage as well. So with rage, you do a little bit more damage. And we lost the extra bonus action because we ran out of the 3 turns of the wholeness of body, because we were paralyzed for 1 of them. The damage in this build is really out of this world, guys. You just can take on an entire team. You're tanky. And yeah, this is it. So yes, guys, this is the build. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting the channel, and I'll see you around.